Quarter 2. Lesson 7. Simplifying Radicals, Part 1. Simplifying radicals. Radicals is in simplest form if, number 1, radicand does not contain a perfect square, cube, or n power. Example, square root of 2 and cube root of 5. So as you can see, so wala tayong square root of 2, wala ring cube root ang 5. Ngayon, unlike halimbawa square root of 8. So, ang square root of 8 is not in simplified form. Bakit? Kasi yung 8, yung ating radicand, meron siyang factor na kung saan merong perfect square number which is 4 and 2. So, yung square root of 8 ay pwedeng 4 times 2. Then, simplifying this will become square root of 4, square root of 2. Kaya siya ay 2 square root of 2. So, meaning, yung square root of 8 is not in simplified form kasi this can be written as 2 square root of 2. Number 2, there is no fraction in radicand or no radical in the denominator. So, example, if we will have square root of 3/4. So, square root of 3/4, so this is a fraction, a radicand fraction. So, this can be written as square root of 3 over square root of 4. And square root of 3, wala tayong square root of 3. So, just copy square root of 3. Then, the square root of 4 is 2. So, the simplified form of square root of 3 over 4 is square root of 3 over 2. So, dapat simplified ang radicals kung walang radical sa denominator. So, kapag may radical sa denominator, siya ay hindi pa nakasimplified. And in this lesson, tuturuan kayo kung paano mag-simplify or mag-alis ng radical sa denominator. Halimbawa, siya ay monomial or a binomial radical denominator. Number 3, the index of the radical in the lowest possible index. So, hindi basta kapag ganito ang sagot, so akala natin siya ay nasa simplified form kasi wala namang 6th root ang 8. Pero sa tunay na buhay, you can have 8 with exponent. So, pwede natin siyang isulat na 6th root of 2 cube. Tama? So, 2 cube is 8. Then, simplifying this, we're going to transform this in exponential form. So, magiging siyang 2 cube raised to 1 over 6. Then, applying the laws of exponent, so this will become 2 raised to 3 over 6, and 3 over 6 is 1/2. So, 2 raised to 1/2. So, therefore, ang 6 root of 8 ay equal sa simplified form na square root of 2. Kasi 2 is the denominator, so this will become the index of the radical and 1 is the exponent inside. So, 6 root of 8 is equal to square root of 2. We have to simplify radical expressions with, number 1, perfect and factor. So, titingnan natin yung radicand kung siya ba ay mapafactor natin, kung siya ay may perfect cube or perfect square number. Then, number 2, a fraction radicand or a radical in the denominator. And number 3, a reducible index. So, pwede nating pababain yung kanyang index. Katulad kanina, sa halip na 6th root, naging square root lamang. So, we have to bear in mind the following for us to say or for us to simplify radical. Properties of radicals. So, number 1, if we will have the nth root of AB, So, pwede natin siyang paghiwalayin. Pwede nating paghiwalayin na nth root of A times nth root of B. Same index, which is the nth root. So, pinaghiwalay lang natin ang radicand, yung A at saka yung B. So, that's the first property. Second property, ito yung square root within the square root. So, if we will have the nth root of P, so equal lang siya, you will just multiply the index, which is n times m root of P. So, you just multiply. Then, if we will have the nth root of square root of P over Q, so pwede natin siyang gawin na nth root of P over nth root of Q. So, for example, let's have the square root of 5x. So, square root of 5x can be written as square root of 5 times square root of x. So, pwede yan. Then, for number 2, if we will have the cube root of the square root of x, so that is equal to, so since this is square root, the index is 2, so we'll have 3 times 2, that is 6th root of x. So that is how the properties can be used in radicals. And for number 3, if we will have 4th root of x over y, so this can be written as 4th root of x over 4th root of y. So this is how to use the properties of radicals. Simplifying radicals by reducing radicand. So now examples number 1, simplify square root of 50. So the radicand here is 50. And as we all know, 50 has its factor. So our solution will be, so we can have square root of 50 is equal to, we are trying to get the factors. Wherein, since we are getting the square root, we're looking for the factor which is perfect square. So the factor of 50 which has a perfect square is 25 times 2. So 25 times 2 is 50. Then, by our loss for radical, so we can have square root of 25 times square root of 2. And square root of 25, as we all know, is 5 square root of 2. So therefore, square root of 50 is equal to 5 square root of 2. Number 2. So what if we have cube root of, so let's have simplify cube root of 81. So, ang dito naman, ang ating index ay cube root. So, hahanap tayo ng perfect cube na factor ng 81. So, for our solution, we will have cube root of 81 is equal to, so ano ba yung perfect cube na factor ng 81? So, ang perfect cube ay 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. So, that is 1, then 2 times 2 times 2, that is 8. So, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So, 27 times 3. So, 27 times 3 is 81. So, 27 is a perfect cube number. Bakit? Kasi 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Cube root of 27 is equal to 3. So, cube root of 27 is equal to 3. So, kaya siya ay naging equal sa 3. Cube root of 27, cube root of 3. And cube root of 27 is equal to 3, cube root of 3. So, cube root of 81 is equal to 3, cube root of 3. Number 3, simplify the fifth root of 32, x raised to 7, y raised to 21, y raised to 13, and z raised to 21. So, paano yan? So, let's have our solution. So, for our solution, so we have fifth root of 32, x raised to 7, y raised to 13, and z raised to 21. So, gagawin natin, unahin muna natin ang ating numerical coefficient. So, fifth root of 32. So, mayroon bang fifth root ang 32? Meron, which is 2. Kasi 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 32. So, kaya ang fifth root ng 32 ay equal sa 2. So, perfect fifth number ang 32. So, ngayon, tingnan naman natin yung variable. Ang variable natin sa x ay 7. Ang index natin ay 5. So, hahanap tayo ng mababang multiples ng 5 sa 7. Ano yung malapit na mababang multiples ng 5 sa 7? So, we have 5. So, x raised to 5. So, since dito ay 7, ilan pang nawawala? 2. So, lalagyan natin ng 2. So, 5 plus 2 is 7. So, pinakamababa or pinakamalapit na mababang multiples ng index na 5 ay 5. Then, I hope you can follow. Yung y. Ang y natin, ang exponent ay 13. So, ano yung multiples ng 5 na mababa sa 13? So, that is 10. So, 5, 10. So, y raised to 10. Then, ilan pa ang kailangan? 3. So, you have 10 plus 3, 13. Then, sa ating z, ano ang pinakamababa na multiples ng 5 sa 21, na malapit sa 21? So, we have 5, 10, 15, 20. Kaya z raised to 20, then z. So, hindi na natin sinusulat yung 1 kasi nakatago. 20 plus 1 is 21. Okay? Then, pagsasama-samahin natin yung mga perfect fifth number, okay, or yung mga multiples ng 5. So, we have fifth root of 32 kasi may perfect square number which is 2. Then, x raised to 5 times y raised to 10 times z raised to 20 times, o yung mga hindi naman multiples, x squared, y cubed, z. Okay? Then, let us simplify. So, fifth root of 32 is 2. Then, 5 divided, then, after na makuha natin ang value, susulat natin yung base, o yung radicand na x. 5 divided 5 is 1. Hindi na natin sinusulat. Then, another is y. 10 divided by 5 is 2, kaya siya ay y squared. Then, yung z, so, 20 divided by 5 is 4. Then, copy inside the fifth root yung hindi natin kayang i-simplify. So, magiging siyang fifth root ng x squared, y cubed, z. And this is your answer. Example number 4. Simplify 5, fourth root of 48, a raised to 4, b raised to 5, c raised to 6. So, solution, so we'll have 5, fourth root of 48, a raised to 4, b raised to 5, c raised to 6. So, this is equal to, so as we all know, 48 is not a perfect fourth number. So, kailangan natin siyang i-factor. So, we have 5 fourth root of 16 times 3. So, bakit 16? Kasi ang 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. So, fourth root of 16 equals 2. So, 16 times 3 is 48. Then, doon naman sa exponent natin, so a raised to 4, kayang i-divide. Okay? B, multiples ng index na mababa sa 5, that is 4. Kung ito ay 4, we need 5. So, kailangan pa natin ng isa. Then, C, 6. Ang exponent, multiples ng 4 na mababa sa 6 ay 4. So, ilan pa ang tira? So, 6 tayo. May 4 na yon, squared. Okay. Then, equals. So, 5 fourth root of. Pagsamasamahin natin yung may fourth root. So, 16. Then, a raised to 4. Then, b raised to 4. Then, c raised to 4. Times, yun namang wala. So, 3. Then, b. Then, c squared. Then, simplify. So, that is 5 fourth root of 16, a to the 4th, b to the 4th, c to the 4th, fourth root of 3bc squared. So, that is equal to 5. Get the fourth root. So, fourth root ng 16 is 2. Then, copy the radicand A. So, 4 divided 4 is 1. Then B. 4 divided 4 is 1. Then C. 4 divided 4 is 1. So, ang fourth root ng 16, A to the 4th, B to the 4th, C to the 4th ay 2, A, B, C. Then, just copy yung fourth root na hindi natin masisimplify na 3B, C squared. Okay? Then, multiply. So, 5 times 2, that is 10. ABC, fourth root of 3BC squared. And this is our answer. Simplifying radicals by reducing the order of radicals. So, number 1 example, simplify 8 root of 12. So, meron tayong dalawang solution para i-simplify ito. So, for solution number 1, okay, we can have 8 root of a raised to 12. Katulad nung ginagawa natin kanina, na hahanapin natin ang multiples ng 8 na index na mas mababa sa 12. So, that is 8 root of a raised to 8. So, since we have 12, so kailangan pa natin ng 4. So, a raised to 4. Then, we will have this one as we have 8 root of a raised to 8. 8 root of a raised to 4. And this will become a. So, a as a radicand 8 divided 8 is 1. Then, we have a. Then, we have 4 over 8. Okay. Then, reducing 4 over 8, that is reducing 4 over 8, that is a times, so divide this by 4, divide this by 4, so that will become 1/2. So we have a raised to 1/2. Okay. Then we will have this one as A square root of A. So, yung ating other solution, so 8th root of A raised to 12 is equal to A raised to 12 over 8. Okay. Then simplifying this, so we will have A raised to 8 over 8 plus 4 over 8. So we'll have A 8 over 8 times applying laws of exponent A 4 over 8. So that is equal to A times, so you have to divide, simplify, that is A raised to 1/2. And this is equal to A square root of A. Example number 2. Simplify. 4th root of 25. Our solution. So we have 4th root of 25. So we can rewrite 25 with exponent. So we can have 4th root of 5 squared. So 5 times 5 is 25. So that is equal to, rewriting this in exponential form. So that will become 5. Then exponent sa loob. Denominator will be the index. Then simplifying 2/4, that is 5 raised to 1/2. And 5 raised to 1/2 is equal to square root of 5. So therefore, 4 square root of 25 is equal to square root of 5. Number 3. Simplify. Cube root of square root of 64. So our solution, dalawa din. So una, cube root of square root of 64. Okay. That is equal to, unahin natin yung nasa loob. Ano ang square root ng 64? That is 8. Kasi 8 times 8 is equal to 64. 1, 2. So, square root of 64, that is equal to 8. So, kaya siya nag-equal sa cube root of, so, square root ng 64 ay 8. So, na-simplify na natin. Then, ano naman ang cube root ng 8? So, that is 2. Kasi 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So, 1, 2, 3. So, cube root of 8 equals 2. Or, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite ng 2 cube. So, this is equal to 2 raised to 3 over 3. So, 3 over 3 is 1. So, 2 raised to 1, which is equal to 2. Or, for other solution, meron tayong other solution. So, applying the laws of radical, so yung cube root of square root of 64, that is equal to 3 times 2, that is 6. That will become 6th root of 64. And 6th root of 64 is, so you can rewrite this as 6 square root of 2 raised to 6. Kasi, so, we can have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And this is equal to 64. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th root of 64 is equal to 2. So, kaya siya ay equal siya sa, so, pwedeng 2, 6 over 6, 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2. So, number 4. Simplify. 6th root of 27 m cube n cube. So, we will have our solution. So, kung mapapansin natin, walang exponent na lumampas sa 6. At ang 27 ay walang 6th root. Kaya ang gagawin natin ay yung 27, gagawin din nating fractional form. So, yung ating 6th root of 27 m cube n cube ay gagawin na lang natin siyang, sabi ko nga, yung 27 ay magiging 3 cube. Kasi 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. 9 times 3, 27. So, 3 cube. So, m cube, n cube. So, since lahat sila ay cube, pwede natin siyang i-apply ang laws of exponent. So, mayigi siyang parenthesis 3m and parenthesis cube. Kasi yung 3 para kay 3, 3 para kay m, 3 para kay n as exponent. So, then, that is equal to, i-rewrite natin siya into exponential form. So, we have 3 raised to 3mn, okay, parenthesis, exponent sa loob, which is 3, and our index, which is 6. So, magiging siyang 3 over 6. Then, simplifying 3 over 6, that is equal to 3mn raised to 1 half. At pagka siya raised to 1 half, magiging lang siyang square root of 3mn. So, square root of 3mn is our answer. Thanks for watching! Please do subscribe and share. Sir, aksi lang.